You are excited about your book. You want everyone to know about it. So you do the one mistake on release day that will not only possibly lose your friends and acquaintances, maybe even in-laws. Most certainly you have a high probability of losing that one person that you sat with one time in high school. You know, that one that sent you a friend request about 3 years ago and you accepted, but you never really talked. Yeah, you probably lose that person. So, what is this crime against friendship? Well, stay tuned. Dun dun dun. Before we get started, my name is Kelly Martin. I'm a traditionally independently published author of mainly horror, ghost stories, and paranormal stories. My latest book, The House That Fear Built, is out now. I would love for you to check it out. And all those links are in the description. While you go there, go ahead and hit the notification bells, hit subscribe if you've not already subscribed, and leave a comment and tell me what your biggest release day mistake is or was, one that you saw other people make, and possibly one that you could see yourself making. And if you have any comments that you want me to do a release day video about, let me know in the comments as well. I'm also the author with the horrible camera, and I'm working on the lighting. It is what it is, and we're just going to keep going. Now, let's get to that one mistake not to do on release day. We've already talked about something big not to do on release day, which is lower your price because you freak out that people aren't buying your book. You have your magical number that you want to sell. If it's not selling, I'll link that up here so you can watch that so we don't have to repeat it. But the huge mistake that can cost you friends, acquaintances, people that you know is spamming their DMs and private messages with unsolicited links to your book. Okay, so what does that mean? We are all super excited when our books comes out. Doesn't matter if it's your first book, your 100th book, whatever. We're all very excited when our book comes out, right? And you want everybody to read your book, as you should. You spent lots of time on it. You want people to read it. It's super hard to get people to read your book, though, because one, it's hard to get people to see that you have a book out, because we all know that a lot of the social media doesn't show all your posts to everybody. And it's hard to get people to recognize that you have a book out because, one, they may not see it. And if you put it on your Facebook author page, a lot of times you have to pay to get people to see it. You may have 4,400 followers on or likes on Facebook, but that doesn't mean that all 400 of those, or however many you have, will see that you have a book release. So, what do? Lots of people, and I think we've all possibly had something like this in their DM, in your PM, in your whatever box. You have a, hey, I have a new book that came out, and I would love for you to check it out, and it has a link to an Amazon page. Which, okay, if you know somebody and you know that person is very interested in when you have books coming out, if you know that person is very into your career, if you've talked about your career, if you've talked about the book with that person, if they are a big friend, if they're excited for you, if you know all these things, yes, send them a link. Be excited about it. If it's somebody you've not talked to since high school, if it's an acquaintance of an acquaintance of an acquaintance who just happens to be on your friend list, if it's somebody on your friends list that you honestly don't know and you don't remember being friends with them, don't send them a link to your book, because that is, for a lot of people, an automatic no. They will have a bad taste in their mouth and they probably won't pick up your book or any other books from you. you can still post on your social media on your Facebook page. And eventually, if you post enough, then not spam your Facebook page at all. But if you post enough, then eventually they will see it. Or if you start commenting on their stuff, don't leave out the social and social media at all. That's a huge no. Social media is supposed to be social. You're supposed to interact with people and not just talking about your books. Go through your news feed. Go to people's pages. Actually, genuinely comment on their posts and on their life, not just to sell books, but because you're genuinely interested genuinely interested in their life. When you start commenting on their posts, they will see your posts. They will see that you have a book out. They may or may not check it out, but that is their decision. It's much better to do it that way than to spam people's direct messages or personal messages or private messages. Send it to your newsletter list. Send it to whoever. Just don't do mass DMs, mass PMs, especially to people you do not know. Now, something you can do, which is a great idea, is if you're scrolling through Facebook or scrolling through Instagram or whatever you're on, and you see somebody post a question, and the question looking for a book recommendation, and that book recommendation has something to do with your book, yeah, post it in there. That's a warm lead. That's something that people ask for. You gave it. Nobody likes DMs they didn't ask for, especially from people they don't know. So, I know you would be excited about your book. It is very tempting to message everybody you've ever met to tell them you have a book out. Don't do it. Resist that temptation. Don't do it. Okay. If you have any questions about this video, leave it in the comments. One thing I do want to say too, also, it's against Facebook's terms of service to post your Amazon link on their page. Lots of people do. I have been guilty of that too. So just, one, be careful. Two, I think you can put in the comments, but I'm not sure about it. You need to check that out from somebody that actually knows. Three, that's what your pages are for. You can put all of those links on your pages. Bad thing is people don't always see other people's pages. Be careful with that. Let's see. Yeah, next week's video is going, if I do the one I'm planning on doing, I probably will. It's a doozy on what's going on in my publishing right now, and some things that are happening, and some decisions that have to be made, and I'm not really sure what to do about it. So there will be less me telling you what to do, less me giving you advice next week than me sitting down and being, okay, this has happened. I'm not sure what to do. What would you do? Type situation. Look forward to that next week. And if you have any suggestions on things that other people shouldn't do on release day, leave them in the comments. If you have a question on if it's something good or something not to do on release day, leave that in the comments. I would love to chat with you guys. And I will see you in the next video where I bare my soul and let you solve my problems. I'm looking forward to it. Bye.